He says he was with the wild beast. He doesn't elaborate on it. He says he was with the wild beast. We are mentioned the wilderness is a place of wild beast. I've been watching a series called 72 Deadliest Animals of Asia. I think they got another one for another part of the world stuff. This is in Asia. The 72 deadliest animals in there. And during this series, they're having a countdown. They're going to count down to the deadliest animal of all those 72. And each series, they come up with about 5 or 6 animals. And then they'll pick the most deadliest out of that series. Then they'll go to the next series. And they keep doing that until they finally get down and narrow it down. And I'm kind of anxious to see what that's going to turn out to be. But I told Bonnie, I said, I'm glad I don't live in Asia. There are too many deadly things in Asia. We think we got deadly things over here. Bonnie got spider bit a few months ago, and by a brown recluse. And thank God she got to the emergency room in time to treat it, and so she didn't have nearly the problem that many people have with that. And listen, we think that's pretty, and they can be deadly. Brown recluse can even lead to death, depending on how soon we get treated, things like that, and what our metabolism is, things like that. We've got some deadly animals in this part of the world, this part of the country. And, but nothing like Asia has. I mean, they are just, I don't know how people live there. They have, deadly animals and insects and things that invade their homes. That get in these people, because a lot of these folks over here, they live in, really poverty-stricken areas and run-down shanties, things like that, and easy access for any of these deadly things. And I told Bonnie, I'm glad the Lord blessed me to live in South Carolina. It's hot, it's muggy, mosquitoes are bad, gnats. It's about the height of gnat season we're approaching right now, where you hardly walk out in the yard and can hardly keep from swallowing gnats, But that's bad enough. But Asia's got some deadly animals. And so listen, where Jesus is at is not too far from that segment of the world. There are some deadly things in that wilderness too. Deadly adders, deadly serpents. And could it be, the last Adam, Jesus, had an entirely different setting from the first Adam. The first Adam was in paradise. Until the fall had it made. Until the fall, he had everything that anyone could dream possible, including a relationship with God like none other. And so, Jesus was with the wild beast. I believe that little detail that Mark placed there, maybe to get our attention, and maybe it would cause us to study a bit. I believe that Jesus, the reason this detail is not mentioned by any other writer, he not only became master of Satan, and that may be why Mark didn't go into all the detail that the other gospel writers went into. Maybe that's not why he went into all that detail, because he just, in one little sentence, he's kind of getting the point across. He was not only master over Satan, he was master over the wilderness, over the deadly animals, and over the poisonous animals, things like this. And I believe that Jesus had immunity from these deadly creatures. That's probably why the same Gospel of Mark, over in the last chapter, where Jesus said, let me see. Mark, I think I put it down here in my notes actually. Mark 16 and verse 17. That might be why Jesus made this promise. And these signs will follow those who believe. In my name they will cast out demons. They will speak with new tongues. They will take up serpents. And if they drink anything deadly, it will by no means hurt them. They will lay hands on the sick and they will recover. Hallelujah. Now, after John was put in prison, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll get back to verse 14. I'm getting ahead of myself. Mark says in that same gospel, the last part, that Jesus made this promise. Now, there are those who want to argue. There are theologians and scholars and much smarter people than I am. I give them that. But I don't know if they have any more spiritual revelation. I don't know. Because they try to say, and I believe it's an excuse for unbelief. They try to say, those few verses weren't in the original manuscript. They weren't in somehow or another it made it in this manuscript.